Okay, and we are back to the trial. We are accusing Acro of this murder. And we were just about to I was just about to explain why the wooden box was like the thing that he used to know where the ringmaster was. So I think you figured it out right before we went to break. Because it sounded like you had no, you didn't.
I don't know. I mean, my assumption was maybe he used the box as like some type of mile marker. But I'm like, then again, it's like, how would he have seen what's below him?
Okay,
No,
so
aside from the box, it's like, how would
yes.
he know he's accurate?
So here's the thing. So he put the wooden box there.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew where the wooden box was because he placed it there. And he knew that's where the ringmaster would be because he invited the ringmaster to... He's the one who invited the ringmaster to that spot to, I guess, look at the wooden box or give him the wooden box or something along those lines. So, like, he's the one who... So he put the wooden box there so he would know exactly where he'd have to drop the thing and know exactly where to lead the ringmaster. So he led the ringmaster to a specific spot and then just dropped it when the ringmaster was in place. That's my thought. So we're gonna go with the autopsy report. Oh my god, am I wrong after all that? Oh no. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement. Oh, I did it on the wrong fucking line, didn't I? They aren't, are they? I didn't even think about the line I was saying it on. I just did it on the first line. Yes, there's no way I could have exerted that kind of force in my lower body. It makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Okay, that's what it is. Right? Yes, there. No, not that. Okay. I was because we just looked at the court record to look through the evidence before we did the thing, and then went to break, and then I just forgot that I have to actually line it up with a specific line, that we weren't on the line. Okay, here we go. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling, how about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes, hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box is already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean... If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No. Order. This is unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now we just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. Connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The Ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The size, the weight, the contents. Let's see. Well, the contents of the box was just pepper. The weight, I mean, it was a heavy box. So I guess it wouldn't have moved, right? That's what they're in at. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have squat down, then lifted up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. Lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
Yes, lots of burps in the courtroom, which I guess is kind of a staple for this series. Original, yes, it was the cafeteria. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to... Oh, that's you.
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
That means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
I mean, that is a fair question.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried the bust from the cafeteria. Yup, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room? Well, there is one answer. Any thoughts? Something he said. He said something about this earlier. In one of his other testimonies. Or something around there.
How would he have done it? The monkey did it. Present your attorney's badge.
Wait, what was the first thing you said?
The monkey did it.
Yeah, yeah. He literally said that. He literally said that earlier in the case that the monkey could lift the bust.
Yeah.
A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. This was also hinted at during the investigation as well, when they talked about how shiny the statue was. I think. At least I think that happened. People mentioned that. I don't remember. Might have just been us or something.
I mean, is the bus shiny?
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
make sense.
Like, actually, let's just so like, yeah, see, it's all like glinty and shiny.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think you can see it in the other picture too.
Yeah.
Well, everything's shiny in that picture.
Yeah.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course, he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
It's shiny enough.
Yeah, right? My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro? Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order, I said order. Miss Von Karma, where is the bus in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. Well, let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them.
See, you know where the bust is now? Gumshoe found it and he sold it because he needed the money.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, hey, if those cards are platinum.
That's true. It's probably worth a lot. I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Mr. Wright's argument was so circular I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow. Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. It's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Didn't we throw all of that out last time? Didn't we decide that everything he said was bullshit?
Yeah.
Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself.
Now
Answer
hear
this,
me out.
And only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Okay, what were we going to say?
Now hear me out. What if, like, remember how I told you, what if, like, he was holding the bust with, like, the cape and just made it look like, that it was Max? Now, what if the monkey was holding it up? Like, in the cape and everything. That way it looks like, a human figure.
So you're saying that Okay. Trying to think. Okay, so we know he dropped it at the window. And then you're saying the monkey was holding it up and then like
The
jump?
monkey was no, like like there was strings attached.
Okay,
And
and then he lifted the
Acro pulled
monkey
him up.
and
Yeah,
the
I
statue
mean
back
it
up.
doesn't make sense.
So
That's
here's
not
the
why
thing,
actually
though.
it
I think
happened.
if you
But
take the monkey out of that, it's fine. Still, I don't think the monkey needs to even be there because I'm assuming it was him lifting the statue back up that Mo saw.
hmm No,
Like,
I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's what happened. I think that just would have been a funny thought. Like,
yeah,
the monkey just holding it up, and that's what makes it look like a human,
it was the
like
pepper.
in the, behind, behind the cape.
Yeah, I think it was the statue.
Uh, yeah.
He saw Max's but ow. I asked who was the person Mo saw on the scene. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frere, it does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It'd be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Me and Acro?
Who put it on?
Like,
Yeah, but
right? Like, who else would have done that?
yeah, because I mean, if the monkey brought him the bust, he could have easily. But then how would he have gotten his hands on the cloak? That's the thing. Remember I think we confirmed that it was. Didn't the director didn't the director have the cloak?
He did.
Like the ringmaster, not director, the ringmaster. So it's like,
yeah.
how would he have gotten his hands on the cloak? That's the thing, because when the ringmaster
Yeah.
left, he was wearing it.
Yeah.
Then it's like, but then why would the ringmaster put the cloak on the butt? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Well, the ringmaster couldn't, because the ringmaster got hit in the head by the bust. He died.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe when he hit the ringmaster, it like picked up the cloak because he was pulling it up. I don't know.
No, that's. I mean, we could try.
I mean, no one else was there, right? Like, literally could not have been anyone else.
It was literally only Acro or the ringmaster. That's the only two people who were on the location. And why would the
Yeah.
monkey? Like, the monkey wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And also, there were no other footsteps. So try Acro first.
Yeah.
For most sense.
I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Well, furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. Okay, this sounds like the wrong answer. You're being too vague.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, I'm gonna save. We're
Yeah.
taking a lot of damage for this one.
Yeah.
And she's so nice about telling me I'm wrong, it hurts even more. Ow. The famous Von Karma carrot whip approach. Okay, who put the cloak on the bust? Okay, so then, yeah, the only other person would be the ringmaster, right?
Yeah, but I still, like, that doesn't make sense, though.
Well, it seems to be the answer.
What?
Fool, hit him?
So did he just see... So the ringmaster saw the bus, he's like, you know what would look good on him? A cloak!
But I don't even know how that happened, because he got hit in the head with it as it was coming down.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry. That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. What would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all this? I'm fine, Maya. Finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Hector used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust, and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. The very instant that the bust hit the victim,
Oh my god, you're right.
I was right.
Oh, what?
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? Yeah, that's I don't know about that one.
Oh no, man, that's way too convenient.
As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked at his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up.
I don't know, this almost seems a little bit too convenient for me, you know?
Yeah, like...
It just latches onto it.
Yeah, and it's so perfectly... Yeah, it's kind of silly. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. What is with the cymbal smashing? So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Yeah, I killed him, so what? Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. There's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? Contradiction, actually. Okay, then, use that and get out of this jam. There's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims.
Yeah, definitely not a bad idea to save.
Yeah, I'll play the game. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Okay, Mo's testimony. Contradiction of Mo's testimony. Hard proof that we unraveled the trick. The one box the victim was hunted over contains pepper. That's like one of the only things we haven't used yet. That's gotta be relevant sooner or later. Place act around Regina's pocket on the morning of the crime. I don't think this is it, but this does seem like it points it to him for sure. But yeah, I don't really know.
I think because with Mo's eyewitness account, he said he saw a figure that had the cloak and the hat fly away.
Yeah, though he did specify it was more just like a silhouette.
Yeah. And again, there wouldn't have been a cloaked figure with a hat on to fly away without the hat itself. So, like, the bus had to be the one flying away, and the cat itself is what was left behind.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the bust or the hat. I don't know, was there something in particular that we're missing? Or...
my thought is maybe the hat, or it has something to do with, like, the pepper. I think I'm gonna try the hat. Problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. He saw the bat. Yeah. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged under the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? You get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Huh. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order, order. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it? What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
I mean, it technically was meant for Regina, right?
Yes.
So
That's where the note comes in.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it was he was trying to kill Regina, not Russell.
Yeah, because
he didn't know who he was killing.
Yeah,
He couldn't see.
because he wouldn't. Because remember he wouldn't have seen what's below him.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't put that together yet. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
No, it's too early to take a break. We're supposed to take a break in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Damn. Can't you line up your breaks with our breaks? Yeah.
I can't believe it. Acro?
Pretty shocking, isn't it?
I'm trying to think. Like I gave him a whiny voice, but he's
You gave
got
him
a
like
southern accent.
Yeah, you gave him like a whiny southern accent. Yeah.
It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Davis, am I that hated?
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did.
Psst.
But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, it's Gumshoe.
Oh. Hey, pal.
Jesus Christ. I kind of had a feeling.
You're gonna ignore me after I went through the trouble to bring you some evidence.
Detective Gumshoe.
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
He's not wrong. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist.
Now about that evidence you mentioned. What is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this all has to be a secret. I don't get paid enough. In fact, I don't get paid at all.
Huh?
Look,
details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
Exactly. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. I think he wants her to get kicked, to get fired or something.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yep.
Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion.
Final plans.
That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What did he mean by that? The very end part. I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
Huh, don't scare me like that.
Edgeworth is dead. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me?
What? Why?
What?
Why do people keep giving him more milk? I get it. I guess this whole thing is like, oh, he loves milk. He has to have milk before he goes on stage. He mentioned that before the first set of trials. But like, why do people need to bring him that much milk? I get it. I get the point is that the circus is all banding together behind him because they actually believe in him and they don't hate him as much as they let on.
Let on to believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they believe in him. They just think he needs an attitude. Like they think he just needs like an attitude check, right?
Yeah.
But what? Okay, whatever. December 30th. Whatever time, quarter number 2. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Yeah, Phoenix should just say, yeah, well, there is no motive.
Yeah.
When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Okay. Banded by our parents. What happened to your parents? Like, how brutally did they die? Huh?
Yeah, how brutally did you kill them?
Yeah.
Yes, my brother Sean and I.
What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro?
I was 8 years old, and my brother was 4.
Your parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Very Big Circus.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Oh. No crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. Okay. Okay, took us in. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster?
He was like an uncle, father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about the other people at the circus?
Fuck them. This was about 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in. So no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him.
By killing his daughter.
I was about to say the same thing.
Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes it so difficult. So then how long have you been a performer? Okay. I haven't cycled through them, I realize. Okay, Acrobat at 9. Find a way to repay the ringmaster. Okay, it's just those 2 left. What do you think, Nick? I don't know, I think the more I cross-examine him, the worse I end up looking in the end. You mean, I get the feeling that this cross-examination was a trap. Yeah, Fun Karma set you up again. Okay, give an acrobatic round. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age?
I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. It's nearly a household name.
I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar.
The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus.
You are truly a remarkable young man. Judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father.
You're really making it seem like we're not supposed to, like, cross-examine.
Oh, we're doing it! The last line to press. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! Ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know.
Why are you such a monster?
Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I can't.
Yeah.
Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russellberry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russellberry to begin with. What? Order, order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face, twice if you must. What? Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? And we will find out who Acro was trying to kill next time.